What up, 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 everybody? What up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Listen, this is your boy Chef Don Don. We got to talk about the sentencing of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah. All right. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. But before we do any of that, you guys make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and bang that notification bell. Y'all give me just a second here. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Again, y'all, make sure you hit that like button as you come on in the room. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video as well so we can go on and push it up in the algorithm. All right. All right. So we can go on and push it up in the algorithm. All right, period. Baby. Miss Shaw thought she was gonna get 3 years. I'm pretty sure her attorney was like, "We're gonna try to help you get 3 years. We're gonna do everything that we can." And then they got in the courtroom and decided to blast this woman and make this woman look even worse. Okay, I was trying to make sense of it all, baby. When I tell y'all, my mouth was over here just wide open while I was reading them tweets. I was like, "Oh my gosh." Okay, now we are going to be taking a look at what took place in the courtroom. As most of us know, this is breaking news that Jen Shaw has been sentenced to 78 months. All right, and then she will have 5 years to supervise uh, uh, 5 years of probation, parole, whichever one it is. But what I find interesting, y'all, is the stuff that she said and the stuff that her attorney said. I just was like, whoa. So give me just a second. We're gonna share these tweets. All right. We're gonna share these tweets. All right. And so what I'm doing is I got my tweets from Inner City Press over on Twitter. I also got some from Ronald Richards as well. Just two of the ones that I knew that were covering this. But the interesting thing is Megan from the reporter who um reported on the Tory Lanez trial. She recommended that we tune into Inner City. So that's where we got what took place down in the courtroom. All right. Now, um, let's talk about it. Oh, well, it will help if I remove this. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now, from what I understand, it was a little bit delayed. They were supposed to start at 10 o'clock. They started 28 minutes late. Now, Jen Shah at the defense table is whispering into the ear of her lawyer. We are awaiting Judge Stein. All rise, Judge Stein. These are, in fact, judicial documents that in what I have discussed with the parties in the room, there will be certain redactions about what is released. Now, from what I understand, there was some things that the judge did approve to stay sealed, but there were things that the judge was like, "Why are we keeping this sealed? What we keeping this sealed for?" You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't it. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I've been following Inner City about the things that they have. All right. Now, Judge Stein opens up, speaking with the attorney. Your submission, you argue there should be a downward variance. I think that below 130 months will be appropriate, but I do not intend to sentence Ms. Shaw to 36 months either. Now, if y'all don't know, that's what she was trying to get was 36 months. And it's like, girl, you knew you did this. Like, I'm not understanding. Just like I don't understand the possibility of appealing. Like, what are we appealing for? You did this stuff. You did it. You pled guilty. Sis, you pled guilty. Oh, shoot. What I done done? Okay. Anyway, y'all. All right. Can y'all still see this? Because for whatever reason. Okay, yeah, y'all can. All right. All right. Now, it goes, the judge goes in and says Miss Shaw's role on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which I guess is why the courtroom is full today. Is uh, I think the courtroom was full because the people want to be nosy, but I'm sure that has something to do with it. Of course, people should not confuse the character she plays on an entertainment show to the person before me. All right. All right. Now, her attorney, let me introduce those who have traveled to support her, her husband, her two sons. The Judge Stein, the younger son, has a football scholarship, right? And so they go on. Her sister-in-law, her cousin, mother, and sister-in-law, and sister-in-law, and her therapist is also there as well. Now, I want to say this, because this is one thing I just don't agree with. There are a lot of people who really kind of feel like that, you know, you want to compare this to Erica Jane. Y'all want to compare this to Teresa Judice. It's not the same. It's not the same. Okay. Let's just keep it a book. It's not the same. And also the difference in Teresa Judice is she served her time and paid her restitution. Um, Jen did something that even the judge said he felt like was just like, what the heck? Like, you chose this as a crime to do, like to steal from the elderly women, elderly people. I don't know why I say elderly women, but just elderly people in general. So it's just really weird how this all just I don't know. This lady is definitely guilty of what she is doing. Now, um, I want to get into where the judge says we are here and uh those who had lost so much. Five have put it into words, but there are more. They lost money, they worked hard, and their lives, their lives have been changed. They never spoke with Miss Jen Shaw. Now, the judge goes in to say because she was too high in the conspiracy. Child, the judge was eating this woman up. But I want to start with some of these previous tweets. Give me just a second. I think this is the original thread. Yeah, this is the original thread. Okay. Now, now I'll just kind of brief it up because I don't want to keep you out here too long. But she goes in to say that she saw that Jen Shaw it was still selling like free Jen Shaw merchandise, or that she's Shaw amazing, and the only thing that she's guilty of is Shaw amazing. Then she get on the stand and tell the judge in the courtroom that Bravo came up with her tagline. Of course, they go into her being on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but the crazy thing is the attorney goes in to say that she pled guilty for reasons of feeling down and feeling like they always want to put in that mental health situation, and that's just not what that is. Like, we're not even fit to do that. Stop it. That's what I dislike and I despise a lot. Um, is people downplaying or using things like this to play with mental health. Like, this is not a something that you're going to play with mental health about. Like, this is not cool. This why 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 are we using your mental health to say that that you defrauded people? Like, what? Like, you stole from these people, lady. You stole from these people. Okay. Anyway, um, so Miss Shaw looked at the good things her company was doing. Just said, what good things were telemarketers doing? Calling elderly people, taking advantage of their lack of computer skills, selling business opportunities, and maxing out their credit cards. When I tell y'all Judge Stein didn't come to play with Jen Shaw nor her attorneys, but the crazy thing is her attorneys get up there and talk stupid. Her attorneys literally get up there and talk stupid. Like, for instance, Miss Shaw's gonna spend her 50th birthday in prison. Judge replies with, how old is she now? 49. Do you think that judge cared that she about to spend her 50th birthday in prison? This lady did this. Girl, no one cares that you're going to spend your 50th birthday. You're going to spend more than your 50th birthday in prison. At this point, you're going to be spending the next 6.5 years in prison. Girl, nice try. Nice try. Nice try. All right. Okay. So, getting into this next piece, just it seems she's doing good work for the Tongan community. I'll take that into account, but You are going to have a hard job if what you're trying to do, it tells me that this long lie of fraud is it ain't gonna work, is basically what he was saying. Now her plea is for a conspiracy from 2012 to 2021. Then the attorney goes on to say she was involved before then. Before it was telemarketing, you make an important point. Because these list of names were just computer files, Miss Shaw didn't see them. She didn't speak to them. The attorney said, "We don't care. You going down anyway. We fit to help you go down." I was like, uh, what? Say what? Baby, Judge Stein said, "What you not fit to do is come in here and waste my time and play my courtroom because I, I'm just telling y'all, I was floored. I was like, the attorneys woke up this morning and said, girl, she guilty anyway. So let's just go ahead and take her down. I mean, I was just floored. But anyway, let's continue. So here we go. In closing, Miss Shaw will celebrate her 50th birthday in federal prison. The judge says, "How old is she now?" The attorney says 49. You would decide how long. She will try to make a whole of those who lost money, make them whole because they lost the money. She stole the money from them, so she's supposed to be making them whole. She will once again make her elders proud. Girl, she ain't never made them proud stealing from them. Even if you do pay the money back, you ain't gonna make an elderly person proud you stole from them. How you gonna ever make somebody proud because of that? Girl, I told y'all this attorney, baby, this attorney said, I was like, say what? And right on that, it didn't help because the judge was judging the day. The judge was like, you not to come here and play in my face, okay? So you can save all them lies and all them conspiracies. You can save that for another person, but it ain't fit to be me. All right, now let's see. What else did I find? Of course, the judge started calling out the fact that she had been doing this after somebody had already been sentenced. She kept doing what she was doing. So her attorney then said she was in denial. I'm like, this attorney is not helping this woman at all. If anything, she is making this thing completely worse. I was like, girl, you should have fired your attorneys a long time ago because I think you could have said what you needed to say in place of them. Cause, baby, I, I was like, wow. Okay, now Your Honor had a sentencing in the other cases this week. Most didn't know about it. All right. Now, Inner City News did cover that. I'm gonna think I'm gonna go in and do some research and check and see what the other people were sentenced with. Because I believe I'll have to go to his Patreon to see that. So I don't know yet. Because I do know I don't know if the files will be eventually unlocked. I'm not sure. Um, but anyway, so they get then the attorneys try to use the show and all of this kind of stuff. So then the judge is like, well, what would the government like to tell her? Then Ms. Shaw, Assistant U.S. Attorney Robert Sobelman, that she didn't see the absurd. She ran a floor in New York half the time, meaning that she started this, and when she started it, she did a lot of business in New York. Girl. So then he goes on to say many of her co-defendants were drug addicts. Miss Shaw worked hard, making as much money as she could for herself, defrauding the elderly. Every cooperator told us Jen Shaw is the boss. They all knew who she was. Girl, nice try. Nice try. They all snitched on you, in other words, and said that you was the boss. Nice try, Jenshaw. Because you tried to tell Mary that you didn't know when Mary asked you at that table, do you have any clue as to what's going on? No, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Then you get on the reunion and you lie and you tell Andy that you gonna do what's right for the victims and you are a victim and child, you not guilty, and you gonna continue to fight. And then you try to drag Kim Kardashian in it, and then you tried to sit over there and say that people have grace for Teresa Judice, trying to compare yourself. Girl, that's not what time this is. Okay, that's not what time this is. Then you get on what's his name? He I think he flew out there to interview you. What is his name? Up and Adam. Up and Adam interviewed you. You talked about how you wasn't guilty then and all this kind of stuff. Girl, you did this stuff. And they have so much evidence on you that there was no way you had to plead guilty. You had to plead guilty because there was absolutely no way that you was gonna be able to fight the evidence that they had. They been had a case against you, sis. Girl, again, nice try. Nice try. Nice try. All right, let me get back into some of this. Okay, so then he goes on to say Jen Shaw was laughing in a text message asking, did you get her to stop crying about an 80-year-old woman? She told people how to do it. Y'all, so you laughing at the woman? She opened her own floor. She moved things overseas and started dealing in cash. Nothing like it has been seen in this case before. There is not only a message from her that expresses any type of remorse, not one. The defense hasn't submitted any. Because I mean, it ain't nothing to submit. She ain't got no remorse. This lady still got to understand and had no remorse in anything. And you getting up there crying is not remorse. Like, sis, it's not remorse. You did this to elderly people. And I think the thing that really upsets me is the fact that this is one of the people who be calling y'all grandmama in them house and trying to persuade them to give them their credit card numbers and all kind of stuff. Do y'all understand the severity of what she has been doing? Restitution of $6.5 million dollars because you stole from these people. That angers me because I have caught my grandmother on the phone several times with these telemarketers. One almost getting ready to tell all their business. Like, girl, you did this. I'm like, whoa, girl, what? What? All right, let's get into the rest of this because I don't intend on being on long. Okay, so our evidence was devastating a month before the month of the trial. Um, the idea that it was a witness statement that impacted her and not our evidence is hard to believe. She says that she's now turned a new lead, a new lead. Um, we're not so confident. She mocked the victim. She wrote. You're making her fall in love with you. In her plea agreement, she admitted to being a leader of the conspiracy. Unlike others, Jen Shaw lived a life of luxury. She didn't even need the money. Her husband made a very good living. She didn't need to do the fraud, but she did it. She wanted that money. Even after arrest, she just sold merchandise. It's an aggressive factor. And again, if y'all don't know what merchandise they're talking about that free Jen Shaw merch, that all that merch that she had online about it. Like it was so crazy. No, her hair was not braided. She went into court with a wig on, and Ronald Richards pointed out that the outfit that she had on, I guess, looked like it may have cost around like $3,000. Like, and that's why they were saying, like, to the judge or to the people that was there, it didn't look like she had any type of remorse. Like, girl. Anyway, so it goes on to say we proposed 120 months, which is downward. Now below, they were saying another less I can't even say that word, child, y'all. I'm country. But anyway, it was 72 months, right? So then Jen Shaw committed the different laws, and they were basically agreeing to the law, I mean, to the laws that to the fraud that she committed, right? They're all agreeing to it. So then they go on to say there are thousands. I only met with a few, but there are thousands of victims. There are more than 1,000 on the restitution order. The call for punishment is here. Miss Shaw, I'm prepared to listen to you. Jen Shaw, you in the world know me as Jen Shaw. But reality TV has nothing to do with reality. Even my tagline, Shaw Amazing, they wrote it. I want to speak about who I am while she's sobbing. I stand before you as an immigrant from Tonga and Hawaii. The elderly command is the most respect. I am the family matriarch. Girl. The principles are humanity and loyalty and respect. I have come to terms. I have gone against these. I am sorry. My actions have hurt innocent people. I want to apologize by saying I am doing all that I can to earn the funds in restitution, to pay the restitution. Jen Shaw, uh, so I think he posted this, but she was saying that I would say each of the victims' names, but I can't because of the federal privacy laws. Judge Stein then says, well, how will you raise the $6 million in restitution? Jen Shaw says that my manager is here and we're working on things. Again, y'all, yes, this was very ignorant. This was very ignorant for her to say, and we ain't even got to think of. So Jen says that her and her manager are working on things, right? So the judge says, well, while you're in prison, so she says yes. He says, are you still on the cast? She says yes. When currently that is true. And I guess unless I don't know. They are saying that Andy said that she wants to sit. I mean that he wants to sit down, which is I'm pretty sure going to be like her exit interview, child. Because girl, you're not never coming back to the Real Housewives. You can hang that up. Ain't nobody waiting on you. Anyway, I saw merchandise about this case through a third-party vendor. Y'all listen to this. Listen to this. I will devote it to the victims. Thank you for reviewing my sensitive information. Long-standing untreated mental issues caused me to create my own fractured reality. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I hate this. Stop using mental health for issues like this. You knew what you was doing, sis. You knew what you was doing. So stop it. Girl, stop it. 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 Kristen, you gotta understand, and I hate to go down these comparisons. I really do, but this doesn't compare to what what Teresa did. Teresa also paid back her restitution with no issues. Jen Shaw's gonna have a hard time paying back her restitution. Jen Shaw is gonna have a hard time paying back $6.5 million. Merch ain't gonna sell, and the judge actually ruled against it. That her manager was there so that she could profit off of the fact that she's going to prison for defrauding the elderly. Like, why would you really financially need to be making a come up off of making fun of this situation or making light of this situation? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. So it's much different. And I will do a separate video kind of comparing the two and showing you where there's a huge difference as to why they did eventually let Teresa come back. But again, this ain't it. This is much different. Okay, so she then goes on to say that okay, so I read that this is a crucial moment for me. With the proper medication, I can now see what happened. I wish I could have stood outside of myself. I am sorry. Then she goes in to talk about her volunteer work with the anti-racism organizations in the LGBT community. Girl, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. You can do all the volunteer work that you want to do. You're gonna have to do it from where you going. Now, this also kind of was weird to me. To my baby Omar, mommy is so sorry. You were woken up at gunpoint. My late father, I want to tell him I am sorry. I am humbled by your love for me. Thank you, Judge Stein. So you're not gonna that's all you got to say? Y'all, that's all that lady had to say. Exactly, Krishna. Exactly. Exactly. Girl, what? Girl. Yeah, he is. He about to straight up leave her. He about to leave her before she had to go get sentenced. I mean, before she had to go report to prison. Okay. Now, then the judge says, thank you. Anything else? And so her attorney replies with no. Judge Stein then says that my intention is to impose a sentence of 78 months of incarceration and other conditions. Any form of objection to the procedure, the attorney responds with no. Judge Stein then says, please rise. Guideline range 135 to 165 months. I sentence you to 78 months. Now, just Stein then goes on to say that he is concerned, Ms. Shaw, that you said that your manager is here. If you intend to profit from this procedure, there should be no intention to profit from this crime. I assume the government will take steps to shut it down. In other words, I assume the government will take steps to shut it down. 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 You will not be making no merch off of this situation and then trying to go over there and sell it. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You thought that your manager was there to help you sell some merchandise. But the government must step in. The government must step right in and stop it. Baby, the government, the judge said, government, y'all better tell her, she thinks she about to make some merchandise off of this, but it ain't about to happen, baby. It ain't about to happen. You not about to sell nothing from your prison cell. We don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want him, girl. And I'm just a little confused. How in the world do you think that you honestly think? I know good and well you wasn't bringing in $1 million when you were selling this merch before you were sentenced. So what in the world do you think you about to even get $1 million to even try to pay back the restitution? Girl, you knew that was bull crap when your attorneys helped you write that mess. They knew that was bull crap. You knew it was bull crap. The judge knew it was bull crap. Everybody knew it was bull crap up in there. You smell it? You smell that? Y'all smell that? You smell it? You smell it? It's bullshit. Girl. Nice try. Nice try. But the judge said, no, 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 no. No, no, no. So then the judge goes on and asks her if she got some assets overseas. Okay. So Judge Stein forfeited of $6.5 million. The filings also speak of bags and other items. There is no question that from 2012 to 2021, Ms. Shaw was in a conspiracy that took tens of millions of dollars from elderly people. She ran a sales floor. The judge then says that she says she didn't speak to the victim. It was only because she was high up in the conspiracy. I do remember some of the texts that she sent belittling the victims. She continued to hide her activities, including moving operations overseas. While Judge Stein is speaking, they're talking about the 78 months, and then he asked about the unsealed memo, which I don't believe that it was unsealed. So the judge says, I did not sentence Ms. Shaw as the government requested, but I do believe it takes into account all factors. I'm keeping you on supervised release for 5 years, Ms. Shaw, to make sure you don't end up committing another crime. Now, let me go ahead and let you guys know what that means. So she still will have to serve her 6.5 years, but she will be on uh supervised release after that. All right. Okay, so let me go back in here. Now, okay, so judge says, Miss Shaw, you have the right to appeal, which I'm gonna have to look that up because I'm not understanding. But anyway, she goes on to address the attorney. She says, I grant the motion. You must surrender to court. I'm sorry, not to court, but to prison on February the 17th of 2023. So then, y'all, the attorney go on to say this. And this is the last little tweet. Miss Shaw's manager is here as a friend. And please designate her to a prison in Texas. It has an RDAP and the closest minimum security. Judge Stein said, I ain't going to designate to a specific facility. I would just say the Texas region. Baby, I must say, this woman most definitely, 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 in my opinion, she thought that the judge was going to have grace on her, but what she and her attorney was unaware of is the fact that them people have snitched on you and said that you was the boss. So I don't know what those other people have gotten. Like I said, I'm gonna do some research and try to dig and find out. Um, there's a lot of different things going on with Stewart and his sentencing. Some are saying that his sentencing was this past well before the holiday, and then some are saying that it's not until April. So I'm gonna find out. Which I may reach out to Inner City Press myself. Um, in my opinion, with her being the leader of this, Sheila, I'm getting ready to answer your question. And also, Wendy, I agree with you. I don't believe she got enough time. 78 months ain't enough time. I'm just saying. Um, but I was here for the judge saying that you ain't finna get no 3 years either. You know what I mean? He made it clear this morning that it would be most likely between 5 and 11 years, I believe. He made it very clear about that, even with the unsealed records, like or the sealed records. I'm sorry. So I mean, for me, it wasn't enough. It's not enough, and I. Here's my thing with this. I also need to do some research because I'm not really understanding why she would even try to appeal this. Because again, y'all do understand that when I mean you pled guilty. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the months definitely make it sound longer, 78 months, but six, 6.5 years. I don't. Yeah, my thought is that she'll be released early. I know when you're in federal prison, you're supposed to do it day by day, but considering they're also letting her appeal, I'm gonna have to do some research and really find out like what she can and cannot do. Because in this particular case, I don't understand because I my thoughts were if you were federally charged for something then you couldn't appeal. I mean, that was just my take on it, but I don't know. Um, like I said, I want to do research before I come with non-facts on that. Um, fair time you do 85% minimum. Okay, okay, that's what I thought. Thought it was like you do the majority of it. So thank you, Mariah, for that. Thank you. I'm still gonna look into this case because some seems a little bit different. And I don't know, not saying anything about your what you said, because that is correct. You are correct about that. But I'm really trying to figure out why she's able to appeal. That's kind of shocking to me. Actually, let me look that up really quick, guys. Um, let's see. Okay. So it's saying that anybody. I mean, she does have a right to appeal. However, it is stating that the appeals court and all legal fees cost way more than what she already did. Okay, so it's the plea agreement that she wouldn't be able to appeal. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I know for a fact that I do want to go ahead and Fed cases are different from state cases. No early release plus a supervised release. So she had, which is what I thought, which is what I thought, but I just didn't understand. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna do some research because I don't want to inform anybody of any wrong information. Not saying that what you guys are giving me is any wrong information. I just want to do some more digging specifically into Shaw's case to just see what would even be the possibility of her appealing. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I might have to find out. I'm gonna have to find out. Um, like what are you appealing? Because even in an appeal, like what evidence do you feel has been overlooked? What evidence do you have that I mean, it's really weird to me. It's in my mind, it's just weird to me. I'm just trying to figure out if I mean she's able to appeal, and we don't know if she is, but I don't know. Um let's see here. Okay, in federal court, you will have to serve and somebody did just say this and they were absolutely correct because I did look it up. So um in federal court, you will have to serve 85% of your sentence if convicted of federal charges. So again, she was convicted for a federal charge, so she will have to spend at least 85% of of her sentence in custody, in federal custody. So yes, she did plead guilty, which is again why I said this is just really weird to me. And that's what I'm saying. I may have to, like I said, just do a little bit more digging because she did plead guilty. And so yeah, I'm not understanding that. So I'm gonna do some research on that. Maybe that her lawyer was incompetent. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, she could do that on that only because of the fact that um like I said, based off of these court records and them being in court and giving us commentary on what's taking place, based off of this information, she I I don't know. This is this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, so let's see. It's not tax violations. I was trying to see. Where's that shit? Judge follow strict sentencing guidelines. Okay, federal sentence may be increased. Length of federal conviction versus state conviction. That's if you are sentenced to 10 years, you will actually serve 8.5 in prison. However, okay, I don't care about a state. Um, ooh, I don't know, y'all. Um, like I said, I'm gonna do some more research on it, but Mariah is right. Um, Mariah is definitely right. Um, And I totally agree. I totally agree with that. And that's why I say I feel like again she wasn't sentenced to enough time for me. Exactly, exactly. I don't know. This is it's a little weird. It's a little weird, and that's why I said, girl, why would you even waste the course time? I mean, you did this stuff. They have so much evidence that you're not even able to provide any evidence against. Like, they have your text messages, they have all these things that you were doing. I mean, they have everything. There's no way. There is absolutely no way that your appeal is gonna be like, I don't see it being approved. And this just my opinion. I don't see that appeal going through it at all. But again, like I said, that's just my opinion. Um, and my opinion also is that not enough time for what she was doing. And like I said, she was even I just got here and maybe this has been discussed, but will she have to pay any money back to the victims? Yes. But the thing is she's trying to use baby, they're gonna get the last Bravo check, okay? But they are trying to use the fact that, or she was trying to use the fact that she wanted to sell merchandise, and the judge, was like, the government need to put a stop to this. Like, we're not even supposed to allow that to happen for you to capitalize and make money off of the fact that you already defrauded elderly people. Like, why you think you need to be making some money to pay? If she wanted to use that to pay back restitution, $6.5 million in restitution. And there's over thousands of people on that list. So that's just the people that they could, I mean, like, that's just the people that they could find in the time that they had. But man, Jen. I just I don't get it. Girl. And then you literally had the nerve to literally try to play us, tap dance on our intelligence, and try to pretend that, like, you wasn't guilty. There was never a moment after all of this proof, after all of this evidence is coming out, that I thought that this lady was not guilty. You was definitely guilty. And you ain't know that these people, until today, you ain't know that these people snitched on you and said that you was the ringleader you was the boss, baby. You was the boss. You, girl, I can't. And when I tell y'all that attorney woke up on the side of the bed to be petty, and he said, girl, what you thought was, you thought that we had you, but they just blatantly put that lady business out there. Why is all these bots up in my comments today? What's up with that? But thank y'all mods for everything that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I don't. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I'm gonna do some research on it, and what we're gonna do is we're not gonna do like a surviving Jen Shaw um type of situation, where we actually deep dive into a lot of this stuff, because I really want to deep dive into this. I also want to deep dive into a couple of those letters. Well, I want to deep dive into the letter that her husband wrote, and I also want to deep dive into um a couple of the victims letters, because this is crazy. Well, I also want to talk about her text messages, like everything that was involved in this actual case. I want to talk about it. So we will see. I will let you guys know when I do it. But yeah, we're gonna do one. Most definitely. And it's gonna be Chef Don style. So, if anybody else do it, I encourage them to do it, but we're gonna do ours, and it is gonna be Chef Don style. So yeah. Yeah, Kristen, I do too. I read like two of them, and let me tell you something. They were so detailed that's why I say there's no way possible that you can appeal this. Those victims interviews, that's the reason why her attorneys put in a request to have some of them sealed. That's how bad they were. But they have put in a request to have them unsealed so that people can read them. Now, one reason why they were sealed was because they did want to wait until after she was sentenced. Um, but she also claimed to say that she wanted to call out everybody's name, all the victims' names, but then she ain't see the victim list, allegedly. I mean, girl, I'm done with her attorney and I'm done with her. Baby, I don't know who out there, but if you hide this, listen, because I mean, they just woke up this morning and was like, child. I'm guessing that Jen wants to serve her time in Texas, so she can't, so the cast can't visit her. Well, there was a reason. There, she said the reason why. Hold on one second. Let me look up because I don't think I know for a fact that once she said that, the judge was like, "Let's see here." So what they wanted was for her to be at a RDAP facility. Give me just a second. Yeah. Mm. Now this is a residential. Wait a minute. That stands for Residential Drug Abuse Program Information. Federal law allows the BOP to reduce the sentences of nonviolent offenders who complete the her attorney thought they were smart. Anyway, so it says federal laws allow the BOP to reduce the sentences of nonviolent offenders who complete the RDAP program by up to 1 year. The RDAP program is voluntary and takes 500 hours, 9 to 12 months to complete. The RDAP is authorized by the U.S., and then it has all those numbers, which directs the Bureau of Prison, the BOP, to provide residential uh, substance abuse treatment for all eligible federal inmates. So you tried to you I mean, she don't got no drug issues. I knew what you was trying to do, it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work. It was not gonna work. But basically what they were trying to do was to put her in their programs so that she can get that year off. But the judge straight up said that um I'm not allowing her, or I'm not saying that. He basically just saying that she going to any prison in Texas, in the Texas region. Like, girl, what you over talking about? I ain't got the time for. That's pretty much what that was about. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if she's able to be released early like that. But like I said, that's what they were trying to do by assigning her to a specific prison with minimal security and with this RD AP program. So I mean, it's a lot, y'all. So, like I said, I wanted to make this an hour. I don't want to be on here any longer than that. But we did discuss old Jen Shaw. Oh, Jen Shaw. Oh, Jen Shaw. Oh, Jen Shaw. I'm going to be doing a little bit more research into this. And we are going to do a live discussing this. where we're gonna just, deep dive into it all. Okay. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I do. Jen Shah has been sentenced to 78 months, all right, in federal prison, where she will have to report to prison on I'm sorry, on February the 17th of 2023. Child, I was not me getting her sentence, her prison report date mixed up with the Chrisleys, because they are set to report to prison, to the Florida prison, on January 17th. All right. So in 11 days, they are set to report to federal prison there in Florida as well. Ooh, child, ooh, child, ooh, child, ooh, child. Well, again, y'all, I appreciate you all for being here. It is Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. I hope and pray that you all have a great weekend. Keep an eye out on the channel. You will see other announcements. Go ahead and shop Goalie and use my code so that you can get 12% off. Make sure, again, that you like this video on your way out. Make sure you subscribe, bang that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. And also, if you would like to show love to the channel, you can via Cash App, $ Chef Don Don 2, or via Venmo at Chef Don Don 2 as well. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings.